and welcome back to my podcast, The Child in Me. Have you ever sat down and imagined that there are some certain people that does some things naturally, like they do it without stress, like they just do it? We're still on the topic self-love, and here I have a very special guest, and her name is Aisha J. Aisha will be telling me about self-love, how she looks on herself, because I know her to be this very special person. She knows how to portray this love, show others, and she also knows how to love herself so well. Meanwhile, Aisha has too much love language that I don't even know about. Love languages, I know about that, yeah. So here she'll be telling us how she loves up on herself, how she was able to cultivate that habit, or it was inborn, Boyabe, and how we can also love on ourselves. So over to you, Aisha. Are you over there?
Yes, I am. Wow, thank you so much. All of that introduction for just me, like my head is swelling, bro. Like
Mhm.
amazing. It's great to join in today and to be able to share my 2 cents with you guys and how I am able to do it. And yeah, so I'm happy. Okay, so
We're here.
your first. Awesome. I remember, so your question, the first thing you said is like, when you were introducing, you're like, oh, how I was able to cultivate the like the whole self love thing, and if it was inborn or not. So, to be honest, actually, I've always loved myself, but at some point, as a kid, I've always loved myself because I grew up in an environment where my parents literally really adored me, especially my mom. I feel like I always say that a lot. So I kind of knew that, okay, special girl, but at some point I lost that touch and I literally became one of those people that just wanted to please every other person, be so people pleasing because I thought, oh, that would make people like me.
Oh,
I was looking outside for that love, like I wanted people to just like me. And
I
I
understand.
thought, okay, just be overly sweet, like be like sugar and just give people diabetes and they'll like you. And then I realized that no, people didn't like me. Actually, that phase was the phase I got gossiped about the most. I got trashed the most, and I would be crying like, "I'm just a nice girl. Why don't they like me?"
Oh,
Yeah, so that was something that happened, and I just woke up. I'm like, you know what? I'm not gonna do this anymore. Yes, it's true to my nature to be kind, to be friendly, to be jovial. So that will never change. But I became this person that said, if people don't like me, that's okay. I like me. And then how did I have to like? How did I now start liking me again and rekindling that feeling of just liking myself and adoring myself? I have to work on it. It's not automatic at all. You sometimes you forget about it, especially people in relationships, people, mothers, wives. You forget everything about yourself because we are just made to be like that, and we just want to like love on other people. But anyway, that being said, before we even start, I'm going to ask you this question or more. And you know what? Okay, sorry. And
is
do you
that
want me
what
to call you or more? Like, okay, whichever one I be, the one that comes to my mouth.
yeah.
Let's do something. Let's just do something like can you name 5 people that you love and you would do anything for on the top of your head right now? Just pop it out.
You see, if you ask me to mention that, I'll mention my husband, my kids. That's 3 people already. I'll mention my mom and my
Mm-hmm.
siblings. It's more than five
Also, what
already.
did you mention? Like, what are the 5? Can you say it again?
Husband, my kids, my mom, my siblings.
Perfect. So there are more than 5 if you calculate it. And it was so easy. See the way it just fell out of your mouth. Blah, 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 blah. So
Mhm.
easy. But the
And
one thing you missed out is that you didn't mention yourself.
that's it.
Can you see that? And that's
Mm-hmm.
the problem. We forget ourselves that we are also that person deserving of that love. And as soon as you realize that, things start to change. That, oh, okay, I'm one of those people. I am, to be honest, the first person you should love is actually yourself. You know why I say this? You should love yourself because we deceive ourselves when we say we love other people. I love my husband. I love my husband. I love my children to death, as you know. But you
Yeah.
cannot fully love any other person if you don't love yourself. And going back to the Bible, even the Bible said, love your neighbor as yourself. Self is
Mm-hmm.
very important, and you have to constantly remind yourself. You have to love yourself first. How do you love yourself? The things, always think about those people you just mentioned right now. The things you can do for them in a heartbeat. Start doing it for yourself. And that is your first road to self-love. The things you will do for your children, and you know that, okay, if my child calls me right now and says, Mommy, I want this Christmas, a lack of no example, that's the example that comes to mind. I want this Christmas shoe. The way you will be so quick to hustle that money to buy for your children, hustle that money and buy for yourself as well. I've seen that a lot of mothers, even my mom did that in a lot, where they will give you the last food they have. It's amazing. It is good. They're showing you love. But they forget they won't eat. And what happens is that mother is frustrated because she's hungry, right? Her children are full. She's looking at children that are full. Please, how can she mother fully? So at the end of the day, you're not going to give the people that you love full love if you're not loving on yourself. You won't.
Very true.
Yes. Because you're starving, and I put that in quotes, not food starving, but you are starving yourself of good things to make others happy, and then they are very happy, you are there empty, and then there's nothing. You cannot fully love them because you're empty. There's no way you can tell me this, but you cannot give out from an empty cup. You have to have to give someone water to drink. And that's the problem with human beings. We do not fill our own cup. We're just pouring from our empty cup, which is further leading to more dents in our cup, and then we just become these damaged people. You loving yourself is actually saving the world, because if you're happy, then you can give happiness. That's why you find a lot of bitter people in the world. They're very angry, they are jealous, they are gossip. Everything, because they themselves are not happy. So it's very important. Self-love is a topic that I'm very passionate about it, and as you can tell already. But anyway, I don't want to be like in and out. Let me quickly go into how I started. Like I explained earlier, I'm just going to add this point. There's something that I also made a mantra for myself at some point. I was just like, you know what? I have to know myself. First, know yourself. Because if you don't know yourself, somebody will just come and say, Opa is this, Aisha is this. You believe it, and it happened to me. I used to sit down and be like, okay, I started living on people's opinion about me and assuming that is who I am, until I actually started dating myself and knowing, oh, that's not who you are. That's what they think of you. They are projecting themselves. Today you can come and meet me and say, Aisha, you are something. I won't accept it. You know why? Because I know I'm not that person. And as a matter of fact, I will tell you are projecting. That's who you are. And you are just trying to now put it on me. That's who you are. You see yourself in that, but you're looking for somebody to accompany you, and that's not me. It can never happen. Because I know myself in and out. If you tell me this is what you can do, I will tell you, yes, this is what I can do because I know. Or I'll tell you, lie, that's not me. I'm talking about your people in your village. Know yourself. That's the first thing to yourself. And then talking about the mantra, I literally created this mantra that I would say to myself when I was so low, like low, I'll call it self-esteem, because when you listen to other people's opinion, you don't love yourself, it's no self-esteem at the end of the day. I'll tell myself, I am known by myself, I am seen by myself, and I am loved by myself. I'll repeat it again. I am known by God, I am seen by God, and I am loved by God. Those are things I would say every time. It was like almost something someone going to, what's it called? Like I'm trying to say it just to save my life. Like I'm known by myself, I'm seen by myself, I'm loved by myself. And the way the world is, what you say out of your mouth becomes. Whatever you say after I am sticks with you. So those of you that keep speaking badly about yourself, I am ugly, I am this, it's going to happen. Even if you're like, whatever you say after I am sticks with you. So that's very important. You need to know that you constantly profess great things for yourself. You don't have to use my own scripts. You can make
True.
up your own script. Yeah, you can make up your own script just to appreciate yourself. Tell yourself you're beautiful, you're amazing, you're the best to yourself. I'm not saying I'm better than anybody, but I'm the best. I'm the best that I know. I'm the best person I know. So I'm not saying you are not the best. That's your problem. You need to say it to
I mean,
yourself.
oh, I mean, how the best in your own world. I'm in my own world. It's the best.
Exactly, in my own world. And it's not an easy journey, it's a conscious effort I need. And I also read a lot of books. I watched a lot of I listened to a lot of podcasts. I watched a lot of people that have already achieved or are achieving it. I'm not still perfect yet, of course. I'm still striving towards it. But at least I'm in a place where I know that I love myself and I enjoy taking care of myself. And self-love shows itself in different ways. So, first of all, when I come into your space as a human being, as a person, I just enter let's say your room, you're living in one bedroom, or you're living in, whatever you're living in, I will first look around. The way the setting of your room is, I will tell you if you love yourself or not. I won't tell you because I'm not a malicious person, but I will know that, oh, this person needs to work on himself. There's a way when you love yourself, there's some things you do. And there's some things you do, there's some things you can't even tolerate with your own self because you're taking care of yourself first, right? There's the things where you just, you know that, okay, I want my space to be decent, I want to have my candles, I want to have my flowers. If you can't afford that, make your place be neat. Let it be clean. Your body, yourself, be clean. Bath, brush your teeth, do your hair in the cheap way. It doesn't have to be expensive things, right? Just do the way you can afford. Live within your means to take care of yourself. Because the truth is, you take care of other people. And if you can afford to take care of other people, you can afford to take care of yourself. I hope I'm not going way over the time. Sorry, I'm in the spirit.
You know what? I am enjoying this, and I hope, and I'm sure the listeners will also enjoy it as well. Usually, we spend between 5 to 6 minutes, but because of how this discussion is going, I'm still enjoying it, and I really need us to make sense and also be able to lay an impact, a positive one, in people's mind on how to love on themselves. When we talk about love, it's an extensive topic, and here you are giving us all this brief in 10-15 minutes. So we will need to listen to it. And I'm sure one or two people will be able to gain something from this podcast. Meanwhile, Aisha is calling all the way from Canada. I appreciate you a lot. Thank you so much for joining this podcast. And to all our listeners, I'll say thank you so much for listening to this podcast as well. I remain your humble host, Omo, and this is The Child in Me. Ciao.